Launch, I do buckaroos. How the heck are you? Happy Sunday. I finally got a day off, so I'm trying to rest. Thought about going to the store. I hadn't been able to smoke for a little while, and this was second 4th of July in a row. I haven't been able to use the smoker, so I was dying to do something. So I thought about going to the store, but then, as fate would have it, man. Now I realized I had a boneless pork butt in the freezer, so I got that out, and I've got it ready to go. Got the coals aren't quite ready yet, so I thought I'd have a beer while I was waiting. And I thought I drank all of these, but I didn't. I just found 2 of them in the fridge, my magic beer fridge that seems to hide stuff on me. Anyway, I had 2 of these left, so I thought I'd knock both of them back. Incarnation India Pale Ale from Four Hands. It's a Mosaic IPA, 7%. It says. Let me get that poured so you can see it there. Boy, that pours beautifully, though. Look at that. Damn, that's a good look. Kind of a eggshell color head on there. First beer of the day, by golly. Just rest on this Sunday. The hazards of recording outside. The hazards of outside, man. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, I thought about waiting until Tuesday when I get paid again. It's one reason I didn't want to go to the store. I didn't want to spend any money. But when I found that pork butt, I said, oh, yeah, let's use that, baby. Jeez, fucking fly. I have to get some bug spray. Oh, man, that's a nice IPA. It's a perfect beer for this weather, right? It's a little hot. It's a little steamy. Just cranking some tunes before I started the video. I turned it off. The last song playing was Before They Make Me Run from the Stones. So anyway, yeah, I got to put that pork butt on here shortly. I know I'm way behind, so I may not get it finished today. It's not a big one, though. We're only talking about 4 pounds. So yeah, I don't know if I'll get it done today. I may have to finish it inside, but I still get the therapeutic value of starting the coals, getting it ready, putting it on, and I love using this pit barrel. It's not fancy per se, but I love the way it cooks. It cooks very even, and doing a pork, but I don't lay it down on a grate or a rack. It just hangs. I put a hook in it, and it hangs on that rebar, and that pit barrel smoker, and it just cooks everything better, man, because you got that nice even cooking all the way through it. I've also got to put a couple. My wife got these monster potatoes, man. They're bakers, but man, they're huge. Anyway, I got 2 of them ready. I put in a hanging basket. I'm gonna put them on here as well. And again, they're so huge, I may have to finish them inside too. But anyway, nevertheless, we persevere. Uh, We're gonna switch to whiskey after this, probably, or maybe have a martini. Martini sounds good. Just want to relax today, man. I hurt myself the other day. I've got to believe it or not, believe it or not, I've got bone spurs on my left heel, and it doesn't bother me all the time, but I've been on my feet a lot the last 3 days, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and I irritated it bad Friday, and now I'm having a hard time with it today. Need to stretch it out there. I'd rather have a couple beers or some whiskey or some other things, something of an herbal nature, rather than take any pain pills. Right? I hate taking pain pills, so rather than taking any farm, you little bastard, you're gonna get dead. Motherfucker landed right on the screen. That's it. I've had enough, man. Ooh, when this video's over, you guys are so dead. I am gonna come at you. I'm gonna come at you hard, man. Oh shoot. Ooh, I'm gonna go get that bug spray and fix your ass. Anyway, motherfucker, it was like he was glued to the screen. He wouldn't move. Yeah, I think he was daring me to smash him on the screen. So, bitch, it might have been worth breaking the tablet though, too, man. Little motherfucker's on my last nerve. Uh, boy, that's delicious, man. That's a nice beer, man. But I have been struggling drinking beer lately. I get so full and bloated. I don't think I'm developing a gluten thing, but I don't. I'm just not processing it as well as I once did, I guess. So we're gonna take a little beer break after this one. My coals are just about done. I'll put that pork on there, and then I just sit. And I just wait, man. I watch it like it was a television set, man. My wife thinks I'm nuts. Yeah, I forgot this one was in there. I got it from a butcher box a couple months back, but then we were given some other meat. My sister sent us some stuff for my birthday, and so I kind of went through all the stuff that we had, and oh yeah, I forgot that little bastard was in there. So let's cook it up because pulled pork or pork always sounds good. Smoked pork always sounds good. Some in the past when I've done this, we of course ate it like a barbecue dinner, but I've taken some of the meat and made carnitas out of it. I don't have this one seasoned that way per se, but you can still do it. I usually make my own rubs. In the past, I have, but when my sister sent us a bunch of stuff, my wife's birthday is my wife and I, our birthdays are 3 days apart. So my sister, who lives in Denver area, sent us some stuff from a local butcher shop here. There was a lot of stuff, but in it was their house seasoning, I guess, and I've been using that, and it's really good. Actually, it's not too far off from what I make myself. I use a little more smoked pap in mine, but it's good. So I'm just trying to use it. But typically, I do make my own. But since I have that ready-made stuff, I'm just going to use it. It's very good commercial product, though. It's done well. Yeah, the biggest difference probably is I put a little more smoked pap in mine. Ugh. So typically, when I use it, I just add a little more smoked pap to it because I always have some. Because I like that color of the smoked pap. It's usually a brighter red, right? A deeper red, maybe that's a better description. Oh, I thought about getting out today, but again, it's one of those things. My heel hurts. I really don't want to walk any more than I should today. Try to get that heel rested to go back to work tomorrow. Then I get paid Tuesday, so we might do something Tuesday or Wednesday. We're trying not to do much because, as I've told y'all before, we're trying to save for our anniversary trip here coming up shortly. But if I don't go out every once in a while, I get a little stir crazy. So we'll want to kind of head that off at the pass. Maybe just do something small. I like the color of that beer. It's got a nice color, does it not? All right, let's get to beer number two here. Go right in front of you so you know I'm not yanking your chain, pulling your leg. Oh, mercy. I worked on the fourth, but I got off. I mean, I was off by 8 o'clock, so it wasn't bad. We don't do anything anyway here, so but we just came home. I was so tired though. I mean, I got home early enough where I could have had a beer or did a little something, but I was so exhausted. I just got my clothes off, ate some dinner, and then I was done. Last night was nice though. I got off about 10, and I got home, and my wife already had food. I usually do the cooking, you see, but she had to go to Sam's earlier that day, so she picked up a rotisserie chicken and those big potatoes I told you about. She already had the potatoes baked. She just warmed up that chicken slightly and had a nice had a thigh and a leg. Those are my favorite parts. Both chicken and women, ironically. I am a leg man. Like to go all the way up that thigh. Anyways, it was nice though. Yeah, I got home, I got comfy, and she had food ready for me. Oh man, it was so nice because I was so tired. But it's because I knew I was up there when I did a couple videos last night. I like working Mondays though because it's mostly the mug clubbers. And they're just fun people to be around. I don't go in till 3:30, so it's not like I gotta get up early tomorrow, you know. And I'm off Tuesday and Wednesday, so it all works out, man. Uh, Gee, I'm thinking martini. Thinking martini, man. But thinking martini, baby. Yeah, I've got some good gin. I'm getting near the end of it though. It's the Songbird Goldfinch from Tiyaki Da, sister company to Springfield Brewing Company. They're local, and so I like to use them as much. Whoa, whoa! I lost my everything went boom, man. Let's try that again. There we go. Wow, my prop fell out from behind. Ah, shit happens, man. You got to roll with it. Remember the Robin Williams line. There's only two rules to life. Number one is don't sweat the little shit. Number two is it's all little shit. And of course, there's those other pearls of wisdom. Don't sweat the petty things and don't pet the sweaty. Yeah, man, don't get worked up over something that just doesn't matter, man. I'm too old for that shit. You know, my wife and I, as I've told most of you before, we lost our son to cancer April 23rd of 2013. So, quite frankly, anything short of losing another child, something happened to my daughter, God forbid, I'd be done. I just can't take any more grief, man. It would be over for me if anything happened to her. Um, but yeah, I mean, anything short of losing my wife, anything short of that, I mean, nothing else matters. I mean, getting upset over anything less than tragedy, it just doesn't make any sense to me anymore. Just gotta roll with it, man. Again, there's only two rules. Don't sweat the little shit, and it's all little shit, except for those things that aren't like I mentioned earlier. Yeah, it was a tough bounce back, and I didn't do it well. I don't know that there is a graceful way to do it, but I didn't do it gracefully. I mean, I kind of went off the deep end for a bit. Yeah, I just kind of, I had a business before Seamus got sick, but because my wife had this steady job, it would made more sense for me to stay home and take care of Seamus than her. So I kind of shut it down. I would take jobs here and there, but yeah, I mean, I couldn't run it all the time, but I would take jobs when I could to try to generate some income. But then when we were the times we were in St. Louis, I mean, my wife would work remotely, but I couldn't obviously for what I did. So we were just without for a while, and then when we lost him, she went back to her job. I kind of did some odd jobs here and there. And then I kind of worked part-time where she was working for a little while and until it just didn't work anymore for either of us, you know. The thing is, I was able to kind of break down right away because she had the job she had to get to. So we took a couple weeks off and then she went back to work. But I was able to break down fully where she didn't or couldn't. And I kind of, you know, I've always kind of, that's always been something that's bothered me that she had to hold it in for as long as she did. But when we let that go, when I went to work for Saddlebach in Springdale, Arkansas in 2016, then she was able to let that job go and just because she was on full disability by that point, and it was just time. She could relax and it was time for her to break down, right? It was time for her to just do nothing but grieve for as long as she needed to. But a lot of folks think grieving process has a limit. You know, you got a term limit, right? A grieving never ends, and it doesn't run on. You know, it's not here and it gradually gets better. It's not like that. It's here and then you may feel a little better here, then it's back up here again. Grief doesn't run on a straight line, folks. Not long ago, I lost my mom, and she'd been ill for quite some time. She'd had dementia for a while, and the last 6 months had really gotten bad. So we knew it was only a matter of time. But even though you know what's coming, and you know it's probably better for her, because she was just it was a long struggle for her. It was just well, my mom passed, brought back the feelings of my dad passing, which brought back the feelings of my son passing, and it was just grief kind of snowballs. A lot of folks don't realize that one thing becomes something else, and it just kind of snowballs. It just keeps like a snowball going downhill. It keeps getting bigger and bigger, and you at some point you got to find a way to deal with it, or yeah, I mean something's going to happen at some point. Pour the rest of that beer in there. I usually don't get melancholy after the first during the first two beers, but I promise everything from here is going to be happy. But you know, I've always said that I kind of use these videos as therapy. I don't want to go see a therapist, even though it has helped my wife some. But sometimes you just need to say things out loud, even if nobody's listening. So I put them on here and throw it out and throw it out there, man. And most people understand. I've gotten some negative comments here and there, mostly from just assholes. I don't really pay attention to it, but it's been mostly positive. I think you just have to be open and honest, and that's where I am at this stage in my life. At pushing 60, I just turned 59, and I already feel like it's 59. Then you get 60. I already feel like I'm at 60 because I hit 59. Oh hell, I'm damn near 60. You might as well call it 60. It's 59. Yeah, that's how I feel at this moment in time. So you might as well say I'm 60. Fuck, I'm 59. I'm right there, man. I'm closer to 60 than anything else. And if any of you knew me in my youth, nobody thought I was going to get this far. But then something magical happened in July of in July of '92. I met my wife, and uh, obviously we lost our son. And there's been some ups and downs along the way, but man, I couldn't have gotten through any of it without her. So I'm glad she stuck with me all these years. We hit 30 this year. We've never had the ability to take a long vacation before, so we are taking, well, not long by some folks' standards, I guess, but for mine it is. We're taking 8 days, taking a nice 8 day vacation, staying 5 days in Columbus, Ohio. Why Columbus, man? Every time I say, every time somebody asks, where are you going for your anniversary trip? Columbus, Ohio. They look at me like a confused dog. What? And my wife actually picked a location. It's not. I was looking for specific romantic locations. I had it narrowed down to Savannah, Georgia, or New Orleans, and then I kind of narrowed it down all the way down to through some hints she gave me, or things she wanted to do, and the things I wanted to do too. To be honest with you, I had to narrow down to New Orleans. I was just about to book the hotel. Because I told her what I was doing. I said, okay, if you're okay with this, I'm going to book it while it's still available. Got a nice deal here. I'm just going to take it. She says, okay. And I was right there. I mean, my finger was right there at the book now. She says, I have an idea. And I went, whoa. I put it down. Okay. And she says, what do you think about Columbus, Ohio? I said, I really never thought about Columbus. So it turned out she likes to thrift shop, and they were number 3 in the country for thrift stores. And then when I looked it up, uh, there is I mean, just in that Columbus area, there's just there's a plethora. There's a bunch of thrift stores right there, man. There also happens to be a lot of breweries and a small handful of distilleries right there as well, too. So in that general vicinity. So I'm excited about that. And we got us a room staying at the Brewdog location in Columbus. So I'm excited about that too, man. It's in a very nice area too, very close to stuff. Walking distance to a lot of restaurants, a brewery or two. So yeah, I'm excited. We haven't taken a trip like this, well, ever, to be honest with you. The last few anniversaries, we've taken nice, 2 or 3 day trips, and we stayed not it's been 2 or 3 hours away, not very far because we had animals to worry about. But now we don't, so decided we just go. So anyway, we don't care, Tom. We don't care about your personal shit. We don't know why you're telling us. Like I said, I just like to say things out loud. I am Tom, the beer whisperer, beer evangelist, prolific beer drinker, purveyor of wisdom, and all of good, all around good. Sorry about that. Had a burp stick. All around good guy. Cilantro.